Let's go. Hello, YouTube. I'm here for one more immersion in English with Elias and Samia. So I will start with my presentation. I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have two sons. I graduated in physiotherapy and physical education, but nowadays I work in public service in the administration area. I don't have a problem to change my career. Nowadays, I understand that I needed to learn other things because I want the other career maybe. So it's in the future I will decide about this. What else about me? I love to do in my free time dance, workout, and what else? Practice English, practice French, Spanish. I love to learn other language. I understand that it's very important in my life. So, and you, Elias, can you introduce yourself, please? No, I can't. I can't listen. I can't hear you. Não consigo te ouvir. Nothing.
Hello, hello.
So nice. Go.
Okay. I'm Elias. I'm 37. I work with IT since 28. It's almost 16 years ago. I'm married. I have no kids, have no pets. On my free time, I like to listen to music, watch some movies to improve my English. I'm here on talk since last year, 2023, but I also studied in 2022 for 6 months and turned back again.
So
Yes,
nice.
I think it's it.
Thank you, Elias. And you, Samia, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Samia. I'm from Teresina, Piauí. I live with my parents. I have three dogs. I love learning languages. Currently, I'm learning. At least I'm trying to to learning French. But I'm just taking my first steps because I'm in the basic level. I'm taking lessons on Duolingo, so because one of my goals is to become a polyglot. I mean, I want to learn a lot of languages. So first English, now French. So yeah, that's me, guys. Nice to meet you.
So nice. I want to invite you, Samia, participate with us in the French immersions here. And eu vou pensar em francês agora. Wednesday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. If the French is for the beginning, it's with me. If you want,
Oh,
it's so
really?
good. Yes, I understand that it's so nice when you start to practice early. When you start to learning the specific language and you put the speaking with this, so you will grow a lot. I recommend
Oh,
this for you, all right? So if you
thank you.
want, it's welcome in my immersion. And the Fernanda immersion, it's Friday, 8 a.m. too. So nice.
Oh,
And
very nice.
I understand that next month you will have more immersion in French. Maybe it's not the beginning, but it's possible to practice. All right. So let's go to start about this. Today, the you talk about the education and language learning. I understand that it's very important. Oh, subject we have here in Talk and Talk. I understand it's very important to talk about this. No, I learn a lot here in Talk and Talk. It's not about feel all the time said about this. Talk and Talk, it's not about learning to about the English, Spanish, French. It's about the many subjects it's possible to talk. And no, the others no. So let's go this start. Elias, for you, why is important to learn a new language?
This is the greatest question because nowadays I think we have to find a purpose in learning languages. For me, is important to connect to people, but connect to uh, to find a great job, to grow my network, to grow my rentability. Nowadays, I think this way.
Right.
My like Philip said, my selfish reason. I think these three things:
Yeah.
grow my rentability and my employability.
So nice. Yeah. And for you, Samia?
Well, I think the same as Elias, but I would add that language can help you to learn other people's cultures, and I think when you are able to understand better, um, yeah, the culture of other people, of other countries, you can be a better person, a better people, So I think learning a new language um, have a huge impact on people's life, at least for those who are learning a new language. Because when you are learning a new language, you're not learning just vocabulary, a way of expressing another way of expressing yourself, but you learning a new language implies learning also other people's cultures. So I think it's a huge transformation for those who are learning a new language. So yeah, I think that's why it is important.
All right. Have you ever traveled to another country?
No,
No?
I intend to, but never. I've never had
All
been
right.
before outside of Brazil.
All right. And you, Elias, have you ever traveled to another country?
No, I've never
No?
tried to another country. My first country that I want to know nowadays is very difficult. Cause Israel.
Ah, yes. Very
Yes,
difficult.
cause I'm a Christian. Then I want to know the sites, the places, the historic biblical places on Israel. But nowadays I think it's a little difficult.
Yeah, the Christian's life to know the specific
Yes,
place, so it's very interesting, So
yes.
nice, great suggestions. I want to know the Israel too, like you, because I'm Christian too, and I understand that we in this country we have a lot of culture, like some said. I understand that when you travel for the other country, that it's very important to know the culture, the many things about this culture country. It's very important. So let's go the number two. Someone can you read? No, you watch walking now. Elias, can you read the number two answer?
Okay. Which language learning method do you prefer and why? Nowadays, I prefer the methods based on conversation. Besides talk, I also study in a course, and this course is based on conversation, escala de direct method. There is a book, the book, there is the questions and answers. Then usually the teachers do the questions and the the uh, the classmates answer these questions. There is a book answer, but my teachers let us to answer in our way, not just watching writing the book. But I think it's very good because this method has use a method called shadowing that you repeat, you read and repeat, imitate the sounds. I think it's interesting to understand this, especially the sounds of English.
Yeah. Do you realize that in the school, all the time you only practice the write and sometimes they listen and have never the speaking? Oh no.
Yes,
It's complicated, because
yes,
all the time for the child, for example, they listen a lot and the write is the last process. So you try the first moment. I understand that if you want to learn a new language, in my case, I put a lot of things to listen in French, for example. It's helped me a lot. I maybe today it's possible write something in French, for example, but not correct form. For example, I don't reach to be reach hard. How do you say this? Rígido, strict maybe, with the right thing forms. And for you, Sam, which language learning method do you prefer and why?
Well, I'm not sure if this method has a name, like Elias mentioned, conversation method, but for French, for example, I started by acquiring vocabulary using Duolingo. So I'm in this first step, acquiring vocabulary, but at the same time, um, as you, Bruna, I'm trying to be exposed to this language as possible, because I think this way I can get used to the sounds of this language, to the structure of this language. So I like to do this, like first acquiring vocabulary because before starting a conversation, I need to have a good vocabulary because I think vocabulary is essential to have at least a, a good conversation, because if you don't know how to express yourself, you're not gonna have a conversation. So acquiring vocabulary, but at the same time be exposed to the language, listening, like watching videos, short story for according to my level. For in this moment, I'm watching a lot of videos for beginners, and I try to watch videos with um how can I say this, with legend, I don't know, subtitles, sorry, subtitles, because seeing the letters, how the words is written, I can fix better, in my mind, the sound, how to at the same time I can learn how to write. So to yeah, so I try to combine all those strategies to to acquire a new language
All
and
right.
try to speak as well.
So nice. Now it's possible to speak Portuguese, English. Try to start the French. All right.
Yeah, I can understand, if you talk to me in French, I can understand because, as I said before, I've been listening to songs, I've been watching videos, so I can understand. But speak, not yet, because my vocabulary is so short, but I can understand, at least have a few conversations, I guess.
All right. Um. Yeah. Exactly. So I use a lot. I when I start, I use a lot flashcard. Maybe do you know Anki? I use
Yeah.
this a lot. Feel hate this, I know, but it helped me a lot because all the time do you need to repeat this information? Do you need the new words? So it's helped me a lot. I thank you God for the I know this the app helped me a lot. And here to practice the speak. I listen all the time podcast. I immersion in the language. I understand that it's very important. When you realize that if you put the language all day,
Yeah,
every day, so it's nice. You
yeah,
grow a lot. Oh my gosh. So you need to practice every day. You need to practice the language if you want to learn it because
I agree.
I when my son started the course, English course, for example, it's only twice twice for a weekend. So it's so good, but I realized that they need more. So I pay the Kumon. Maybe I don't know if you know Kumon.
Yeah,
So it's the method you need to practice every day. Every day you need to do the exercise. You need to listen. You need to speak something. Speak not too much, but it's possible to speak too. It's helping them a lot. So let's go. About the technology. How do technology help in learning language today? I said about this, the app, flashcards is a technology help me. And the other, maybe today it's possible to use the AI, artificial intelligence, no, to speak with you. Because if you use it, I try to use the other app to know the other people in the other country. But I suffer some, how do you say this, assédio, so I hate this. I stopped. That's why I love Talk and Talk. It's a insecure place for me. I love this place. It's so nice. But the AI now, it's possible to talk. You have a good conversation with the AI. No, what do you think about Elias? Do you think it's possible to talk and with AI?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I use Elsa Speak. I like Elsa Speak because let's say Elsa creates some scenarios. Uh, uh, you can have a conversation. Then after the scenarios, the AI uh, give you a analysis of your speech, of your vocabulary, and give you a lot of tips about your vocabulary. For example, don't repeat too many times the same words, improve vocabulary. Um, I have a lot of hesitations, I'm thinking like that. It's normal who for us that he are learning, but I think the mainly subject that AI said to me is improve vocabulary and avoid some excitations. That I like the also speak for this part, the using of AI, and the technology in general for this app, because I can read the words, and the app correct me about the pronouncing.
So nice.
Because I have a difficulty to understand some words, how to pronounce some words, because the pronunciation is very different from the spelling.
Yeah. The naivety is
Yeah.
complicated sometimes. The accents is difficult to understand, maybe, no? You need
Yeah,
to practice
yes,
more.
yes, it's difficult. The accent is difficult. But I said some words, for example, uh, the words true is very the spelling is very different. Throat, it's something like that. But the pronunciation is true. Seria
Yeah.
através, né? But then as I have this difficulty when don't know the word and have never heard this word, I don't know how to understand this word. Then this app is very good for me.
Yeah, but sometimes you realize, but you said true. But true, if you only said the word, the separated, this, I understand the secret is That's it. You don't understand the specific word. Do you understand the
Yes, yes.
context? So sometimes if you say something for me, the specific word, maybe I don't remember, I don't know the words. Maybe if you put in the context, it's possible to know with the word, no? Maybe like this. That's why it's not so good learning some language. Use only the words, a specific words. If you want to learn, you put the word, the vocabulary that you want to learn in a phrase. In this moment, you learn more.
Yes, I agree. I agree, but most of the time, I think 80%, yes, is it. But sometimes we need the know some words
Yeah, I
uh,
agree.
to use the correct meaning of the word.
Yeah, that's it. So nice. And you, Samia? How do technology help you in learning language today?
Wow. Nowadays we have um, a lot of options, right? We just need to choose what is the best for achieving our goals. But the thing is, not everyone knows how to choose, what is the best one to improve a certain ability that I need to improve, like um for example, I heard a lot that Duolingo is an application that okay, it's not worth it, it's a uh it's not a good application, but it depends on how you are going to use it, like um for me, Duolingo it is the best application if you are starting learning a new language, for example. But if you are in an advanced level, Duolingo is not gonna help you, like to achieve the next level um, in your proficiency, like. So I think technology is really good. We have application to learn vocabulary, to have conversation. Um, what else? Yeah, to practice writing. But the thing is, you need to know how to choose the best one for what you want
Yeah,
to achieve, like the goal you want to achieve. So uh,
yeah,
there is this situation that we need to highlight. So yeah.
yeah. But about the AI, have you ever used this AI for speaking, for example, or no, to
Mm,
practice the speak?
no, I know. I tried once, but it was so artificial, I was missing this human touch, like, oh my gosh, no, it's so robotic, so artificial. I don't want to practice with a robot. I want to talk with people because that's why I'm learning a language. But I do use AI for other things. For example, I use ChatGPT to study, like to help me to understand some books in English. Like the other day I was not studying, but reading Frankenstein, and then some parts that I would like to understand the meaning of it. I just put an excerpt on ChatGPT. Oh, explain to me. Didn't understand this part of the story. Can you explain it to me? So that's how I use AI. Not to talk, not to have a conversation, because I like this interaction, human interaction. So
Yeah, I agree with you. The first time that I used the AI, to speak, to trying to speak something in English. Oh my God, I'm got nervous because it's robotic form, like you said. So it's terrible for me. I don't like this. I prefer here because we have a real person, real conversation. That's why that's think it's I you see in the other country, no? I you experience, I you have the experience in the other country. Maybe like Elias said, it's possible the AI help you with the correctly. So let's go the next questions about the benefits. Elias said something like this. I think some too. But are you the other benefits of speaking multiple language? Do you think it's very important, not only English? Some start the French, maybe I don't know, Elias. You want to learn the other language. Do you realize there is the other benefits of speaking multiple language, Elias?
Yes, I was thinking about it these days, because nowadays I study only English. I was thinking about study Spanish or another language, but I don't know if I really will use this language. Then this it's the reason that I don't start studying another language. Because, for example, English, I certainly I will use. And I don't know if I will use or how I will use the another language, Spanish, for example.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe
I
here
don't
in
know.
Brazil it's possible to when you travel for the other country in the Latin America, maybe it's possible to use it, Chile, Argentina, because it's close Brazil.
Yes,
The
yes.
it's not expensive to this travel, no, and it's possible to use this. But they understand us, of course, like this. My son study science, computer science the university. So one day I said for him they needed to learn in the Mandarin because in the future I understand that everyone that study technology about the technology maybe it's very important the Mandarin. I don't know. He said for me that I'm crazy about this, no, but it's okay.
Yes, uh, I was thinking about studying Mandarin because China is gaining a lot of is gaining the world in
Yeah,
many genres and culture, music, movies. But in the past, the same was the people thought the same about learning Japanese. Japanese is the best country, the most advanced. We all have to study Japanese, but it doesn't happen.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a futurologist. I don't know
Futuro,
what to say. Futurologist. I don't know. But I don't know. Okay, maybe maybe it's a good idea, but I don't know in how long time. Because
yeah,
for example, we have to think about our life. For example, nowadays I'm 37. I don't know. I will live more 40 years.
yeah.
I don't know.
If
Then okay, I'm not pessimist. I'm not a pessimist person. But see, I don't think it maybe in 20 years. In 20 years, Mandarin is mandatory for everyone. I don't think
like
it's,
English, no?
yeah, like in English.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but if I'm wrong, if Mandarin is mandatory, okay, but in 20 years, what kind of jobs, tasks I will doing?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I
You
don't
be
know. I don't,
realistic.
yeah, entendeu? Yeah,
Yeah.
understand. I don't know. I'm not saying like, oh, I will die in a short period of time. It's not this. But I don't think I have more 15 years.
All right.
Maybe for my son, I don't have kids, but for my sons, okay. But for me, I think it's not too
The
interesting.
English is more important now,
Yes,
no?
yes.
All right. Correct.
For me, it's more important now, and from the near future, and I think the long-term future.
All right. Thank you, Elias. And for you, Sam?
Well, for me, speaking multiple languages can lead you to other places that you can even imagine, like yeah, we have this mentality that English, and it's not only a mentality, it's a fact. And everywhere people have English as um, a bridge, that connect to people from different places. English is an international language, but yeah, speaking Mandarin, speaking Arabic, Spanish, can give you opportunity that you can even expect, because um, I know people that they speak English, but they speak other languages, and now they are in other places. Man, you see, like I met this girl. She speaks English very well, but then she started is learning Arabic, and now she's working in, oh my gosh, what is it? How's it called? Oh my gosh, that fly.
Dubai, Emirates?
Yeah, Dubai
Flight?
Emirates. So she's living right now in Dubai Emirate, in Dubai, and
Dubai.
working for Dubai Emirates. So, like it's really, really, really impressive. And as you said before, Mandarin, I know a lot of people, not I know a lot of people, but I heard some stories from about some people who are right now working in China, like um, making a lot of money because um, they were the only one who knew how to speak Mandarin, and in that position, that profession, like okay, and and he or she was selected because they knew how to speak that language. So you can have a lot of opportunity when you speak multiple languages. So, and that's why I want to learn, not only because of the opportunities I can have, but also I have this dream, like traveling around the world. And when I get in that country, I want to speak the language of that people, because it's not the same when you speak English with that person, when we speak their mother tongue, their native language.
Yeah.
It's really nice when it's, I don't know, guys, if you have the same feeling, but when I when I meet someone who speak Portuguese, who is from other country, oh, do you know how to speak my language, Portuguese? Because we already expect that the other people speak English, but when we get to know that they are able to speak our language, we go like, wow, that's fantastic. So I want to that people have the same feeling when I'm speaking their language.
Yeah.
So
So nice. I agree with you when you said that multiple language employment, you have employment opportunity, no? Maybe like you said about your friend, maybe the living in Dubai, working Emirates, so nice. A great opportunity when when it's possible to speak many language, no? So that's it. But you need to put this in practice all the time, no? It's sometimes if you only practice the English, for example, maybe it's possible to forget something in French and Spanish and the other language. That's why you need to practice it every day. So about the part about the English specific, Sami, what part of learning English do you find the most difficult? In my case, I understand there is the speak because in the past is more. Nowadays it's possible. I understand many things. I can speak many things. I understand this. So maybe today it's right for me. It's terrible because I have never practiced my writing. So I understand now the writing, it's hard for me. I hate to do something exercise, for example, writing. You need to write, you need because sometimes when I start to, it's very interesting. Every time everyone said about the key, when you change the key. So when I changed my key in my mind about the language, the English, sometimes I don't think in Portuguese. I don't need to translate something in my mind. Only I speak. I don't know. Sometimes I wrong. I make mistake, of course, but I have never think, for example, I know this is the past, exact the past, the participle. No, I for me, I hate to write something in English because I don't know if I needed to put the AD, I needed to put, so, in special, of course, in French, it's hard to write something French because the writing is different. You speak something, you have the same sound for different words in French. So, oh my gosh, it's better when you only speak in French. It's better. And for you, what part of learning English do you find the most difficult?
Well, it's still the speaking part, like even though I know that I know a lot of things about English, but there are some context that uh sorry, there are some environment where I'm not comfortable and I feel so nervous um I forget many words, like I cannot express myself properly because, in that context, in that environment specifically, I don't feel like confident. I feel the judgment of other people, even though I know that they might not be judging me, but in my mind, I have this view that, okay, they are judging me, they're evaluating my speech. So, and um having those thoughts, I have some struggles to express myself, to speak with other people, but it depends on the environment I'm in, like but I know it's just part of the yeah, the way we it's more social, it's more like uh psychological issue than an speaking ability. Like my feelings interfere in the way I speak, but I know there's nothing related to my ability of knowing the language of speaking. It's only the 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 emotions, the feelings that I have at that moment. So speaking, definitely. The other abilities, it's very okay. Writing, listening. So what is the other ones? Speaking, listening. I for writing, listening. Okay, never mind. So only speaking.
All right. And for you, Elias, do you have a specific part of your learning English you find it's very difficult?
I think for me is the listening, cause my hearing is not very well. I have some loss of hearing. Uh, Here, okay, I'm with headphones. Okay, it's okay. But in real life, sometimes with the noise of the environment, it's difficult for me. Um, yes, it's not because of this, but I don't know. I don't know why, but see, when we on Talk, when I hear the learners like I like our fears, it's easier to understand. But the native speakers is very different. Then
Yeah,
I think it's difficult to understand the native speakers. But in some cases, uh, I have the chance to talk to a native speaker from the USA last week. It's not very difficult. It's not too easy, not too easy. There's some difficult, but it's not too difficult. But I don't know why. I don't know if eu tô exigindo demais de mim mesmo, não sei. But I don't understand the movies very well without subtitles. If I put the subtitles, okay, it's okay. But in English without subtitles is very difficult for me. Some kind of a movie. Then I sometimes I watch a movie or series to understand. But
yeah.
my great difficulty is to listen.
All right. And about the music, for example, for me, the movie, maybe it's hard without a subtitle, as you, but the music, for me, it's terrible. I don't understand nothing. Oh my God, it's
Yes.
terrible. Music for me,
What
it's
kind
terrible.
what kind of music do you like? Do you usually watch?
Ah,
Listen.
sertanejo. Sertanejo. Sometimes
Uh,
I listen something, for example, Dua Lipa, Maroon 5, that it's some kind of, it's not a very, it's not faster. The lyrics, for example, the song, it's not faster. Mm, Maybe it's possible to acompanhar, to follow the lyrics. But it's hard for me to understand if I don't read the lyrics. For me, it's hard. It's
yes.
sometimes it's impossible. Maybe in the past, I suffer a lot about this. Oh my gosh, I didn't understand nothing in English. No, I don't understand this. But I relax about this. I only enjoy the moment. Only enjoy the rhythms, or maybe, and go ahead. Only this.
Yes. Me too. Music is terrible for me. I don't
Yeah.
understand nothing or almost nothing. Okay. If I do exercise, okay, listen, read the lyrics. I don't know. I have a pretty good memory. Then I can memorize the sounds about that specific sound, a specific music.
Yeah.
But okay, if I try to understand another music, I don't understand nothing. Music is,
Exactly.
I don't
It's
know. I
terrible.
don't know why.
Yeah, because the I understand that maybe it's faster, maybe they combine the sound is the short, the cut, the sound. It's terrible. And for you, Sammy, what do you think about? Do you realize that the music is difficult, or do you use the music to learning?
Well, as I said before, listening is not something that I I feel that I have some difficulties. For me, it's very okay because one of the part of the language that I like the most, like is to study sounds. So I spend most part of my time studying the sounds of the language, especially English language, because I love the way it sounds. So once I was able to understand how the sounds were combined, like the 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 when I studied the oh my gosh, I cannot call, I forget. But yeah, I spend most part of my time studying the sounds of the English language. And then nowadays it's very, very um okay for me, like listen to a song and understand what they're singing, or watching a movie, or even talking with some people in English. But of course, there are these moments because it's part of the communication. Even in Portuguese, we have these moments when we cannot understand why other people are saying, because sometimes they speak too fast that even for us it's really hard to understand. Or maybe the context, like if I go to a medicine like workshop, a workshop for doctors, maybe I won't understand what they're talking about because they are using a certain vocabulary that I'm not used to, like. So I know there are uh these situations that we might come across with, but in general, songs, movies for me is very, very okay.
Yes, it's the other things that I love here in Talk and Talk. It's about the context, the subject, because it's possible to try to practice many vocabulary. Sometimes you talk about the learning, the education, and the other immersion. It's possible to talk about the emotion. In my immersion, the 6 a.m. in the last year, I I bring for us the prostitution. So it's you need to know other vocabulary. So it's helped me a lot here because you put the in real conversation. That's so nice. You said about the four as quatro as quatro
Abilities.
abilities. That's it. Reading,
Reading.
that's it. Reading, listen, speaking, and writing. That's it.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes, for me, it's not hard to read something. It sometimes it's easy. So nice. So let's go. I want to know. Are you call the other person for us to? But now I want to know, Sami, cadê the number 7. What is your favorite English word and why? You have a specific?
Oh gosh, yeah, of course I have one. Not one, I have two. Alabama, just because of the southern accent, the way they pronounce, like people who lives in Alabama in the south of the US, they have this way to pronouncing this word Alabama. I love this southern accent. Alabama, and also pregnant. Pregnant. I don't know, like just the way it sounds, like it sounds so beautifully to me, pregnant, pregnant in Alabama, Alabama.
So nice. And then for you, Elias?
I've never thought about it. I don't know if I had a favorite word in English. Even in
Uh,
Portuguese,
yeah, it's
what's my
difficult
favorite
to
word?
think. Yeah. Maybe you associate with the feeling, no?
Yes,
Felicidade. That's not the sound, it's so good, but it's the means, maybe, like
yes.
this. So nice. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Karina, how was the conversation for you? Sorry, because you needed to stay with me in the first immersion, no? But sorry, the next immersion, please
Uh,
participate.
for you, it's great because the guy is very nice and fun too. I think the experience is very nice too.
So the subject is so nice to speak something that you practice. I understand everybody here practice English every day, no?
Yes.
Maybe that's it. So nice. Thank you, Karina. And for you, seu Joaquim, how was the conversation?
I think our conversation was very, 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 very good. Karin and Nayara, we have a nice conversation. We have different methods of learning English, but it's what's good. It's what's good.
So nice, thank you. It's so nice this because everyone have a good strategy. When you share your strategy, maybe help the other, no? Thank you for this. And for you, Nayara.
Was great. I really liked talking about learn a new language because we are here for this. So yeah, I have a lot of vocabulary to speak. So I like it when this happened. And yeah, it was really nice. I learned a lot with Joaquin because they have some difficulties and that I also have. So I think we can learn together. And that's it.
Yeah. Do you speak other language?
Uh, I like how I can say this. I'm forced to speak in Spanish in my work, but I don't speak because I never learn it. But I need to attend a customer in Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish, so I speak like a Portuñol.
All right. So
English,
nice.
she speaks very well. English, she speaks very well.
Yeah, no, it's so bad.
Thank you.
And Pedro, for you, how was the conversation? Do you like it? Do you like the subject?
Yes, I liked it. It was amazing. We shared a lot of experience, difficult concerns, tips,
Yeah.
and I think that it's important to improve the way that we learn also.
Yes, that's it. So you stay with Priscilla and Apoena. Nowadays, she is hosting here and talking too. So she's great. So nice. They are great, no? And that's it. And for you, Priscilla, how was the conversation?
It's a really good conversation. I enjoy a lot to learn and talking about these subjects. It's so good. Like you said, Bruno, it's fantastic because you can help each other. Because sometimes I have a specific method, for example, and maybe when I have a other, and everybody learning together and practicing the language too.
Exactly. Thank you, Priscilla. And for you, Apoena, do you have a specific strategy to say for us?
Not specific, but I like I said, I try to practice English, listen and talk. And Nayara, we said that how Spanish it's hard to learn. Oh my gosh, because we think that we talk in Spanish because we can speak in Portuguese, but Spanish it's very, very hard.
I realize that the problem the Spanish because sometimes you don't know if you speak in Spanish or in Portuguese, and so sometimes you speak in
And
Spanish
in
you don't
English.
know. Yeah, no,
And
but
in
sometimes the speak in Spanish, speak in English to speak, so it's complicated, you know. So nice. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I will share with you the survey. I put here if you want to suggest some subjects, so please help me a lot because sometimes I don't have imagine to search some subject for us and special for the English. So that's it. Thanks so much for this moment. Thank Elias, Joaquim, Nayara, Pedro, Priscilla, Karina, Apoena, Sam. Come back again. So I'm early in this moment. All right.